Yes, welcome to our podcast and our podcast known. Yes, and we will talk about Ted Bundy with our guest Marcus, Norin, and Noah, and I am Oliver.
And this video is brought to you by Lego.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, let us start. Yes, we have about Ted Bundy, and he was born on November 24 in 1946 in Vermont, in the U.S. He was raised as Theodore Robert Cowell and was later adopted by his mother's second man and took his last name Bundy. He was also known as Ted Bundy. Well, you maybe know.
Yes.
Yes, and he was a very intelligent man and charming person who studied psychology. Yes, at the University of Washington, and later at the University of Utah. He used his look and charm to attract the victims, to trick his victims. Yes.
Yeah. So the way that Bundy he would attract or kidnap these young women, as he now did, he would, like you said, Oliver, he would attract them with his charms and lure them into his vehicle. So he went into a busy street or area, and then he got them to go with him to a more isolated place or a secluded area where he would then kidnap the women. So when he had gotten them to the car, he would beat them so they would be unconscious, and then after that he would tie them up or lock them down with handcuffs, and then of course drive off. And what he did with these women, he would rape them, and then he would kill them. And after he had killed them, he would have intercourse with them again, several times actually. So he would dump the bodies in different locations, and he would revisit these bodies until he couldn't have intercourse with them anymore, which is quite disgusting.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so he was really, he was American serial killer, we can say, who kidnapped and raped a lot of young women and girls, as you saw, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Ted Bundy he was captured, arrested. At first, he wasn't arrested because he had killed someone. It was because he was violating many different traffic
Violations, laws.
Yeah, exactly. And when the police tried to stop him, he tried to escape. And after quite of a police chase, he eventually got caught by the police. And when they finally caught him, they found various of different tools for breaking in and entering, and they found a ski mask, and they found a couple of handcuffs and the same handcuffs that was used to killing earlier that year. And when they brought him back to the police station, he was pointed out in a line by a witness, and that got his first arrest and sentence. So he was sentenced with attempt of kidnapping, and he was sentenced to 15 years in prison. But he didn't get to prison. He popcorn. I gotta clean that up. No, he represented himself in court, and when he was in the law library preparing his arguments, he then found a window and jumped out from the second floor, and then he tried to escape, and well, he did escape for 6 days on foot, and then after being in the mountains for 6 days, the police finally caught him then. And he was brought back to the police precinct, and he got charged again. They found more evidence of the killings, and they all pointed towards him. So he got charged again with first degree murder, and then he escaped again. So the 2 times he escaped was pretty much right after each other. It was back in 1977, and after he escaped, he fled down to I think it was Florida, and rented a house in under a different name, of course. And then he did some more killing and fun stuff like that. And then what the fuck happened?
Guess he got caught again.
Yeah, he got caught, and this time he didn't escape. He got sentenced to prison. He was in prison for, I think it was a couple of years, and then he got sentenced to the electric chair, and he got he got killed.
Yes, what happened?
So that's a funny story.
That's the last thing that happened to him.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah,
Or he probably did shit his pants, but
yeah, a lot of things about why he did this and the motives behind it all, why he did the man he was, and why he did what he did. He didn't have a easy childhood or traumatic, but he didn't have it quite easy as well. When he's born, his mother was 22 years old. So some couple of years he was given to his grandparents and lived there a couple of years until his mother took him back again and they moved out of the state. So it wasn't quite easy for him, and he didn't know who his father really was, and we never know who his biological father was. So that some people mean that could be a reason, but we didn't know exactly. And some people mean that he just wanted to have control, to be dominant, and that's why he took all these the ladies and kidnapped them, and yeah, also there was sex with a lot of them afterwards, like Norina tells. So there haven't been a specific reason why he did what he did, but he didn't have a confession, and some says he had a psychological disease, but we don't know exactly. We don't have any tests that show us he has have an illness, but we think his mind couldn't be fully correct.
Fully correct, yeah.
Fully correct. Yeah, a lot of people think he has a disease, an illness that make him do what he do, but we don't know.
He was psychotic.
Yeah.
We also hear a lot of children who doesn't have a father figure go to be bad stuff and marry many
bad stuff.
many serial killers.
Bad stuff.
And many serial killers also don't have a father figure, so it's like
It's a running theme.
run theme that many of them do not have a father.
Yeah, and Ted Bundy was very young. I think it was about 3 years old. He was really into knives, and it was find them fascinating to look at and hold in his hand. And that's kind of creepy as a 3 years old. Fascinated by knives. So when he got a little bit older, he just couldn't stand and look into other homes, into the windows, and just observe what's happening, and just
fun hobbies, you know.
Stalking.
That
Just the
was
top of them.
quite real. So he had some funny things he did as a very young age.
But also when he grew up, it's a bit funny because he lived like a double life. Where on the one hand he had a normal life and education and work, and on the other hand he was a very bad a very bad serial killer who killed many women and girls. So it's a little creepy and think about it that way.
Yeah.
Well,
He has also been a very popular man to the Americans now. A lot of people knew him because he have killed a lot of people. Some that have looked into him thinks he's might killing over 100.
He confessed to what 36
or
36 murders. And,
But some people think he has killed a lot more.
Yeah,
And,
that's pretty wild.
Pretty well.
so
Pretty
they
wild.
make books about him and movies and
Yeah, I saw earlier you can buy a CD.
yeah.
Who the fuck uses a CD?
So he's become a very popular man in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were also some theories about who his dad really was, and it was quite funny to read.
Alright.
Because some people, or some experts, what do you call them, thought that maybe his grandfather,
Yeah, his grandfather.
that he was the real father.
He was also his father
Yeah.
because when
Can you elaborate on that?
because when he lived with his grandparents, they always said that his mom, Louisa, was just his sister. That was they told him. So I think he have found out afterwards that it is his mother, but his grandparents just told him that it was his sister.
Which, if that was the case, could have helped, or not helped, but maybe give a reason to why his mind or mental health kind of was fucked up, if you put it nicely. Quite messed up. So it's a bit weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
I think that was all
Yeah.
we had to say about Ted Bundy.
So once again, this video is brought to you by Lego. By Lego.
Yes, I think it was all we had for today.
That was Ted Bundy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the story
Pretty nice guy.
of childhood and how he was as a serial killer. So yes.
Yes.
So thank you for
Bye
watching.
bye.
Nej, fuck, I smager godt herfra.
Ja, fucking god. Jeg har bare hvert sekund her